is Al Newman back at the Minnesota Baseball Academy here in Vantage Heights. I'm with Adam Barta and John Anderson, and we're talking Blizzard Baseball. We're talking your program, guys. You've established yourself. You've been in business for quite a while. You've got a great resume of what you put out here in the Twin Cities and across the state lines. You guys have done a great job. Adam, why don't you tell us a little bit about the program and how you established it, what are you looking for, how many teams?
Yeah, in the beginning, we had 10 kids that were put together by 10 parents.
Right.
And I coached them once a week. We
Right.
played doubleheaders every Sunday. So it was doubleheader with 10 kids, and now it's to the point where we have 27 teams in our Blizzard program.
Really?
And there's 58 teams in our Advanced Fall Baseball League.
Okay.
So it's grown from 10 kids who didn't know how to play baseball, and it was awesome, to now we have kids from Canada, Wisconsin, South Dakota, North Dakota, Iowa, all driving up.
Oh,
The
that's
majority
awesome.
of our kids are from the Twin Cities, but now we have a plethora of kids coming to tryouts. We had almost 500 kids at tryouts this year trying out for the Blizzard program.
No kidding.
So it's been a labor of love working with 10 kids all the way up to having now 27 Blizzard teams.
And Johnny, I know that you've played some professional baseball in your time, and when you see these kids come in here and wanting to be a part of your program, what's some of the things that you say to them? I mean, how do you explain to them what they're getting into and what the demands are to be in the Blizzard program?
Al, it's just like the first day you got off in Fort Myers.
Yes.
That's the exact demands we have of players to, accept their own responsibilities.
Sure.
And that's like a really big thing for us. I know Coach Bart always says, if you come up and tell me your teacher gave me a C, I'm not going to believe it. You got your C.
Right.
And that's kind of like what we expect from little kids. We know they're going to stumble a little more when they're
Sure.
11, 12, 13, 14. But when they get to that varsity age level, we expect them to be adults. And that's why how we try to progress them and bridge that gap to college.
Guys, I enjoy you guys. You know that very much. I've been around you, as I said before, for a couple of 2 or 3 years. And the thing that comes out with me is the way you guys teach the kids and your program and the way you work them. And I've been on trips with you. And I've seen your kids in an environment where they probably could screw up a little bit. And you guys have handled it. Let's talk about the Fall Ball League. You started last weekend.
Yep.
How did that go for you guys? How did it go?
Awesome. Well, you couldn't ask for better weather. I
Right.
mean, it was the first week
Beautiful.
in September. It's 90 on Sunday. We knock on wood. So
Right.
hopefully that rain stays away this weekend. But I mean, the fall's been going great. And when we teach our kids, and John says it best too, when we start our fall program and start our practices, we want to make sure that when we're teaching kids, young kids, we're teaching them not only to be baseball players, but teach them like they're going to be a coach.
Sure.
We don't want to just
Sure.
say, hey, swing this way and listen to us and do it.
Yeah.
We want to make sure, hey, swing this way and this is why
Right.
you're doing what you're doing, so they understand, so they can make the fixes themselves. And to see that progress from week 1 last week all the way up to the end of the season,
Isn't
it's
that
awesome.
isn't that beautiful?
It
It's the
is.
best
It's
feeling in the
gorgeous.
world.
That's
to see a kid
awesome.
get it.
You go, all of a sudden, we as coaches go, my gosh, I think he's getting it.
Yeah, right.
And it makes you proud to know that through his hard work and your teaching, you were able to get through with him. And I know, John, I see you out there. You have tons of fun, just like I do as a coach. I mean, I seen you with a fungo in your hand last week, and you were hitting home runs.
man.
You were still showing off your power. But, during these games, is it more instructional, or you just let them play the game?
Al, our perception on that is you have to let people play and be really aggressive to figure
Yeah.
out what they can and can't do. So we try to let the kids play, put them in a position to succeed, let them play, tell them to go big, fail big.
Right.
And then when they come off the field, maybe we'll explain, here's a different way to do it. But never take the aggressiveness away from the player. Like the risk versus reward is something they'll learn going into college, into pro ball. But right now, they just need to know how to play with their hair on fire.
Right.
And what can I do?
And let your natural abilities come out.
The things kids have, they're one step behind the warm weather states, where they don't have the ability to use their instincts as much because we're a 4-season state.
Yeah.
They're not outside, so a lot of times they have a tendency to be overcoached, and they're looking at their third base coach to tell them what to do. You could have Rod Crew coaching third base, but he's not going to have better instincts.
His 2 feet aren't in that box, right?
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Baby.
So when he's running from second to home or first to third, you know, we want to try to challenge the kids and say, hey, you know what, let your instincts
Mm-hmm.
take over. If you're gonna fail big.
Right.
You know, and that's fun to watch kids take that chance and then see it in their eyes when they do succeed. Like, oh man, I can do that. I didn't think I could
Sure.
do that, but and especially for younger kids, having the comfortability factor of knowing that a coach, you're not going to get in trouble. You know, you're not going
Right.
to get in trouble when you fail.
The
You're going to be
retribution
slapped on the
coming
butt
back,
and saying,
yes.
hey, good job. You know, you
know,
do it next time.
That's
Go
a
ahead.
key. That's a key to it. Is especially the older kids. Sometimes they have enough gumption.
Mm-hmm.
They'll go do it. The younger kids, boy, they're swinging, missing,
Sure, they
looking
wanna
for
look- What
Is
did I
somebody
do?
gonna get mad at me?
Yeah.
We're like, well, go ahead.
Well, fellas,
Swing
I
big.
tell you what, this is awesome. Again, you said you play every Saturday, practice every Saturday. Sundays are double hitters.
Yep.
And where do you have the games? Where are the locations?
Throughout the course, throughout the Twin Cities area. So
Okay.
we're down in St. Paul, Lakeville. We're up north by Andover and McMurray. So we're mainly in the Twin Cities area. I think we have 14 locations with our 12s through 18. So we play all over the Twin Cities.
Get out there and check them out. The Minnesota Baseball Academy. Adam Barta, John Anderson. This is Al Newman with the Upper Deck Report. When we come back, we're going to talk about their criteria, how they help kids get into school, go to college, meet scouts. This is Al Newman. I'll see you on the other side.